Dan reminded me this morning. Thanks, Ange. So I started my journey as a Bolton Wanderers supporter around about 1985. Followed the club home and away back then, as I do now. Interesting facts is I used to work at Burnden Park. I used to be a programme seller.
Oh.
And
how much were you, Chris?
You are?
How much were you back then?
Threepence halfpenny or whatever it was in old money. Yeah. And I jacked it in because I got my nose broke by a Salford rugby fan. So when they used to play the Silk Cup finals, I don't do rugby, so apologies to anybody who's a rugby fan. But Salford were playing Wigan or Widnes, began with a W, in the Silk Cup Challenge final at Burnden Park, and Salford sent a load of their boys in, and I got my nose broke and all my programs nicked and all my money nicked, so I jacked it in. That's after that. In fact, they put me in a kiosk for a little while to protect me. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Well, no, it's not. I just told you. But yeah, so I've been following the Whites since '85. Go home and away. I suppose we should really tell people a little bit about us as people. Maybe, I don't know, because we are.
Go for it.
There's other stuff outside of Bolton. I've got a dog who's called Mojo, who's a 6-year-old German Shepherd. I've got 2 kids, 2 grandkids. And I live in Bury now. So
we'd all that again.
Yeah, I'm literally less than a mile up the road from Gig Lane. So, and I moved here at the same time that obviously the whole thing with Bury and Bolton was going on in terms of crooked owners. And it was really interesting to get a perspective on living in Bury and seeing the demise of the club here, and obviously following more closely what was going on with Bolton. But yeah, it was horrible. So yeah, there you go. That's me.
So you're an age order, then it's me next.
Yeah.
Unlike Chris, I won't be divulging my actual age. Yeah, so when my uncle used to take me to Burnden when I was a nipper, and then stuff happens, went off to uni, got married, kind of lost touch a little bit with following the Whites, as you do. Sometimes other things in life take precedent. And then we got season tickets again the year before. So Finn was at that age where we were starting to really love football. So we got season tickets the season before the pandemic, I think, was our first kind of season ticket year. And then we know it's just me and Finn, and we are in East Lower. We try. Well, I sometimes go to away matches and Finn doesn't, but it's not a cheap do, is it? So no. I don't probably go to as many away matches as I'd like to, but I do what I can within my means. I'm also one of the Bolton her game 2 advocates. So work with Emily and try and do some stuff to make sure the lady supporters are feeling safe. To be honest, didn't have a great time after that match with the female lines person. But anyway, the club have been brilliant with dealing with it. So I think that's about it.
Suppose I will follow. So slightly the new kid on the block, I suppose. I have been following Bolton since I was about 4 or 5. So just to make you both feel old, since about 2007. 2006, 2007, somewhere around that time. I've had a season ticket, I think, for now the last 4 seasons. last 4 or 5. I used to sit behind the goal. I've moved now to IL1. There are some characters in that part of the stadium, shall we say?
Crazy.
So yeah, I try and get out and about to as many games as possible. As someone kindly mentioned the other day, that I don't get to all of them, but I try my best. Living,
go to an
I
away
know.
match.
Tell me about it. So yeah, currently living in sunny Leyland.
Right, Preston way.
Yeah, just up the motorway, not far at all. So yeah, that's me.
Superb, nice one, mate.